Now, this is a hybrid laptop-tablet combo, and unlike a lot of the yoga-style ones that kind of bend over backwards, this is the more traditional take-the-screen-off version. It's actually held on with a magnetic latch as opposed to one of those little kind of hook latches where you have to move a little button back and forth or hold down a switch. So you just kind of give it a tug, and it pops off like this behind the screen, of course, because this is a hybrid. You have all the components, the processor, the memory, the hard drive, the battery. So it gets a little bit top-heavy. Inside, you've got an Intel Core M processor. That's the same thing that's going to be in Apple's upcoming 12-inch MacBook. And that's good for having kind of a very light, very premium fanless design. It's not as fast as having a standard Core i-series CPU. And frankly, battery life we found with the first couple of Core M systems we've tested has been okay. Not great, but okay. Certainly not as long as you'll get using a regular full power CPU with a larger laptop with a bigger battery. So here, the keyboard has its own battery inside, but it doesn't help you power this. It's strictly to keep the keyboard powered when you have it separate, because you can flip this little switch and use it in Bluetooth mode. Put the tablet over here, you use the keyboard over here, or if you connect them, then it makes a physical connection and you don't actually need the Bluetooth for that. So if you want to have this plugged in and fully charged, you'll need the regular power cable for the screen, which is the actual computer, and you'll need a separate micro USB charger for the keyboard down here. The T300 starts at a very reasonable $699, especially considering its metallic construction and fanless design. We've got a slightly upgraded version here that's got 8 gigs RAM instead of 4 and has a 2560 by 1440 resolution instead of the normal 1920 by 1080. All the models currently seem to have a 128 gig SSD. There are a couple of design quirks that drove me a little bit crazy using this. The main one was that the power button is right up here, so every time I'd reach out to adjust the screen to kind of change the viewing angle, I'd accidentally turn the system off, and that happened to me several times. So that, combined with the only so-so battery life and the fact that the Core M just is not as speedy as a regular full power processor you might be used to, means that this may not be the high-end hybrid for everyone. I'm Dan Ackman, and that is the Asus Transformer Book T300 Chi.